Hi everyone, my name's Haley Robinson and this is my Module 4 assignment over visualization. I chose to compare two forms of visualization in the form of presentations. So I have one presentation that I actually created for a previous class that until now I did not realize that I really did not do it very visually correct or visually pleasing, which is this one right here. And then I am comparing it to what I use with my students actually to go over rules at the beginning of the year and kind of in the middle of the year to give them a refresher. So looking at assignment, this is my assignment 4 for a different class. I will go ahead and put it in full screen mode if I know how to view it. There we go. Okay, so it starts out fine. It's got a lot of color. It brings your attention right into the middle, uses white space, uses good typography. And then I go into right here in our typography, it's just way too much. Like there is just so much going on and there's just too many words. There's no media of any sort. And it continues like that. There's a lot of words, which this one is better. But I still don't have any media. I keep going, no media at all. There's no pictures to draw the observer to, and I'm just gonna go ahead and skip down some. So you can see like I've got more pages with just writing, and then this one I finally have a picture, which is great. This is what you would see on Nearpod, which is what I was using, and a little bit of typography. Then again, too much writing, and then that's the end. So if I go and compare that to what I use with my students, I feel like this one has a good balance of typography, screen design, and media, which is exactly what a good source of visualization needs. So here, that's just my opening. This one is a little wordy, but this is something that I would have each one of these come in one at a time, and we would talk about them. My school is a Great Expectations school, so we follow these great expectations, and they're really important for my kids to know and for them to learn. So it's something that we just have to learn. But I would have them come in one at a time. And then for my rules, really I just put my rule, it's really self-explanatory, and then I've used a Bitmoji of myself because the kids love it. It gives them something to look at and a visual to put with the rule. I have a quote and a Bitmoji. Mistakes, my quote or my rule number 3 is to own your mistakes and really just accept your consequence and move on. So I always share with them mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. And raise your hand, my favorite quote that I tell my kids probably 13 times a day is your hand does all the talking necessary. I do not also need to hear Miss Robinson when you raise your hand. Thank you. And so I give them a Bitmoji, something to look at. Do your best work. Again, it's self-explanatory. I just give them something to look at while I am speaking about doing your best work. They don't need to read. They're in 3rd grade. They can listen and look at something. Start every day fresh. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is a brand new day. It's something small for them to look at. White space is being used appropriately. And the media is right there for them to look at in the center. And that is it. That's all I have for them here. So it's short, it's simple, it uses white space appropriately, and the screen design is nice, and the media draws their attention. Whereas my other presentation, there was little to no media, there was way too many words, and the screen design was just not fit for a viewer. So overall, I compared my two pieces of visualization. I used presentations. I have assignment 4, which was just too much typography, little to no media, and the screen design was just done poorly. If I would have known a little bit more, I could have done that a lot better. And then my rules, which I use very little typography, which is great for my third graders because reading a lot at the beginning of the year is not something that they're great at. I use good screen design where I have little for them to read, a lot for them to look at. While I am speaking, they are listening, and good use of media. So that is my visualization comparison, and I hope that helps you in some way.